All eyes are on the Eastern Conference in this game as the New York Knicks play this one at home. And get ready for another dose of NBA basketball on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan, and by my side, Greg Anthony and Brent Barry. And from the sideline, David Aldridge. And nothing tips off a broadcast like getting the lowdown from the sidelines. And we've got David Aldridge there for that. David, good evening.
Well, guys, Kristaps Porzingis.
Thanks, GA. And what's scary is Porzingis is only going to get better. That kind of fearlessness will help him in the long run. Obviously, two teams, same conference, lots of history between them. Should be a good one. Brent, who are some of your favorite rivals to compete against?
You know, just growing up around the game of basketball, Kevin, for me to step on the floor against the jerseys, maybe not so much about the player that's in the jersey, but to see Lakers in purple or to see Celtics in green. That to me got my juices flowing. And then obviously, selfishly, anytime I had the opportunity to play against my brother John, oh boy, I was ready to go.
You loved it, yeah, you savored that. I love that answer, by the way. Playing the team, not necessarily the individual. And now the opening lineup for Boston. Morris is the 4 with Horford in the middle. Smart is out there with Irving, and it's Hayward in at small forward.
The point guard that has floor awareness has the advantage. This time it's Kyrie Irving.
And so it's the Celtics getting on the board first. Porzingis kicks to Anthony. Over Hayward. Rebounded by the Celtics.
Perfect defense. Contesting without fouling. Exactly what you want to do, especially deep into the paint.
And the foul on CARMELO Anthony. That is his first foul of the game.
Kind of a ticky-tack foul there, but you have to be aware that's how the refs are going to blow the whistle tonight.
Outside Irving. Pass to Hayward. Picked by Horford. 6 to shoot. And the call will be against Hernangomez. That is his first foul of the game. Picked by Horford. Irving kicks to Hayward. 5 to shoot. Over Anthony.
Good defensive instincts there from Melo, reaching out and altering that shot.
Outside Hardaway. Anthony against Hayward. From 12 feet out. Count it.
Perfect approach for what the D was showing on that possession.
On defense, the Knicks. About a minute and a half through the first quarter. In the corner, Horford with it. Off target with his 3. Takes a 3. The offensive rebound. Nice shot by Porzingis.
Porzingis, good effort there, doing all he can to keep that possession alive for the team.
Just about 2 minutes into the game, first quarter of basketball. They set the screen. Horford sets a screen for Morris. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. And when Marcus Morris gets a defender in a one-on-one situation, Greg, he feels the most at home.
And part of that might be from going up against his twin brother all the time when they were young. Marcus Morris has a great knack to find a shot he likes. Terrific with his mid-range.
And the first one drops. And the Celtics franchise with the league-leading 17 NBA championships, their last in 2008.
Yeah, and with the talent and assets they possess, they might be in the hunt for banner number 18 before you know it. One of the beasts of the East, without question.
So he gets them both.
Yeah, and of course, Marcus with a twin brother, Markieff, went to college together, played in the pros together. You'll have a hard time finding a closer pair of siblings.
Now here's Porzingis. Anthony left side. Here's Ntilikina. He's covered by Irving. Ntilikina can't hit. Shot's good by Hernan Gomez.
Well, beating everybody to the ball, Willie doesn't always get his number called, so he's got to put in the extra work and find these efforts on the offensive glass.
Here's Irving. He kicks to Horford. That's tipped. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot two.
And Al Horford just so versatile. You know, that extends to the defensive end as well. Very mobile, can move his feet with smaller players, and at the same time gives you a presence on the interior.
One is off. And Horford won't wow you with his athleticism, but Greg, he's still a pretty good shot blocker.
He has great timing, anticipation, and awareness. Don't forget also he's got terrific hands, and you see that with all the steals he racks up.
And he sinks the second. And in this first quarter, about 3 minutes played. Dishes it to Anthony. Over Hayward. The shot by Anthony, no good. Boston trailing. To the paint, Hardaway with the steal. Lets it go from 11. Will not go. This is off the front iron. Here's Irving. The basket good off the assist from Hayward. Irving's got his first bucket in this one.
Well, he's like a fumbling banker right now, dropping dimes with ease. I like how well he led his teammate on that possession.
Outside, Porzingis. And the three ball is good.
Well, Porzingis has that range, a luxury to have a guy that size who can stroke it.
And here is Irving. Picked by Horford. Outside Irving. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Horford. Right through the D for the layup.
And you like to see that from Horford. He never gives up on the offensive glass, which allows him to get pretty easy looks like that one at the basket.
Here's Ntilikina. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him.
Yeah, a bit frigid to begin this one. Just can't make anything to get the game started.
Here's Hayward. And a little luck that time, but it drops.
When the guy is capable of so many things like that on the offensive end, anytime you lose sight of him, he's got a huge advantage.
There's the screen. Here's Ntilikina. Defended by Hayward. Here's Anthony. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Always am amazed at the consistency of what Carmelo Anthony and his ability to score the basketball has done. Averaged 20 points per game, even as a rookie. And no matter the situation, he definitely can carry a team with his scoring.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good. And with Melo, the 20 points a game his whole career is astounding. Given the length of the time he's played, Brent, it helps when you're the #1 option, as he is on offense.
Well, Carmelo has been the #1 option in any offense his whole life. He's going to go down as one of the NBA's greatest scorers of all time, and just a consistent threat you can rely upon night in and night out.
And beyond his ability to shine on the basketball floor, you have to commend Carmelo Anthony's effort, Greg, to get NBA players and other athletes more involved in making the world a better place.
Yeah, I mean, there's still a lot of work to be done, but Guys like Melo see what is beyond the world of basketball. He's spoken out as well as done the legwork of being active in his communities, and a lot of charity work for Melo. It's just nice to see the maturation process play out.
Off the inbound, and another basket for Boston.
Kyrie again off the screen, not being on the bounce, does a great job of setting up his feet to get to that shot.
It's Carmelo Anthony on the wing. Outside, Porzingis, just 5 to shoot. Over Horford. New York, no good that time either.
Just like to see the defensive effort get better for their ball club. They can't expect guys to miss the mid-range Jays every time.
New York trailing. And here's Anthony from the arc. Horford with the rebound.
This is a quarter that he would love to forget as soon as possible. Not getting anything to go.
The shot's good from Gordon Hayward.
That's feel-good moment right there. 3 of 4 so far.
New York's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Outside Anthony. Here's Hernan Gomez. Goes right through for bucket number 3. He's a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
Melo good at scanning the entire floor, and that's why that time he found the open teammate.
Irving kicks to Horford. In the corner, Smart with it. From 15 feet away, and the shot no good, a bit short. New York shooting in this first quarter around 38%. They're looking a bit creaky out there. Pass to Ntilikina. And here's Porzingis for a 3. And Boston with the rebound. Here's Smart. The offensive rebound. Irving. Porzingis with the block.
Yeah, good luck getting a shot over the 7-foot, 6-inch tall wingspan of Kristaps Porzingis.
For Boston, they've gone 6 of 13 from the field, just under the 50% mark.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
Randall's checked in for Ntilikina. Boston also with the sub. Jaylen Brown's checked in for Morris. Randall against Irving. Randall dishes to Anthony. There's the pick. Outside Hardaway. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And here's Porzingis for a 3. It's hauled in by Brown.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backcourt.
Oh, the D did just enough to keep him from scoring. Thought that was in for sure.
And stolen by Kyrie Irving. And up the court come the Celtics on the break. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
And Kyrie's so awesome at finding ways to get to the free throw line. Not afraid to get hit on his way up.
And Brett, I read that Kyrie Irving meditates off the court. It's something he reads about and studies up on quite a bit, focused on learning and growing as a person.
Well, if meditating and taking some time out mentally to picture the type of success that you can have out on the floor, then there are some other players in this league, Kevin. They might want to take up what Kyrie Irving is throwing down.
That's good from Irving.
Well, Kyrie Irving assured of anything that he does out there offensively. Always in control, doesn't rush all that much, and very good at running the offense.
Both free throws good from Kyrie Irving. When a powerful athlete, Brent, like LeBron James, steamrolls his way to the rim, it's so difficult and so much stress on that defense. But who are some of the smaller slashers in the league that can have just as big an effect?
A couple of guys I think about, Kevin, is Otto Porter in Washington, Thad Young in Indiana, and Trevor Ariza in Houston. Although he likes to shoot threes, still a good slasher. Most of these guys, Kevin, play with guys who have the ball a ton. Wall and Beal and Washington, Teague and Paul George. So to be a creative scorer, if you're not shooting threes, you've got to find angles and opportunities as a slasher to put points on the board. Those guys do a pretty good job of it.
Here's Randall following the basket by Kyrie Irving. On the clock. The high post shot. Randall no good. Celtics leading by 6. In the corner, Smart with it. Picked by Horford. Smart passes to Brown. Randall against Irving. Shoots it up. And the call will be against Al Horford. That's his first foul. Courtney Lee, he's checked in for New York. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Boston. Tatum comes in for Smart. New York's gone 1 of 5 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by. Anthony against Hayward. Randall down low. Knocks it loose. Now here's Tatum. Feeds to Irving.
He's the last guy you want to put on the line. You can just about book the points every time he steps up there.
One of the most impressive aspects of Kyrie Irving's game is that ability he has to finish around the rim. So much attention last year around the finals with that kind of creativity that he was putting on full display against the Golden State Warriors. You look at his percentages within 3 feet of the rim, and that's fantastic stuff from a point guard.
The first one falls. And Kyrie's such a gifted finisher. Reverses, up and unders.
Well, Kyrie is so good, Kevin. I think he might be able to finish your sentences. And he just uses great English off the glass. He's so good with his right hand and as deft with the left hand. And then in between, floaters, runners. Just an all-around scorer that can get it done.
Both free throws good from Kyrie Irving. You look at the Knicks last season, the organization just wasn't on the same page. Front office members, Brent feuding with current and former players. Team active in trade talks, it seemed season long. Hard to win games with that atmosphere.
Well, it was a circus last year. How many things happened on and off the court for the Knicks where they spent a tremendous amount of energy dealing with that instead of the problems closing out and getting rebounds and suffering through turnovers. You just don't want to spend any extra energy with that kind of stuff, and it felt like it just piled on the Knicks last year.
2 shots.
First one falls for him.
And you look at this Celtics roster, a bevy of long, athletic wing players. They seem to be taking a cue from teams like the Warriors, who have found success with defensive switching and positionless basketball.
Both free throws good from Anthony.
And the Celtics, as you see, are stockpiling wing forwards. Brown, Tatum, Hayward, and we're seeing those guys lining up at the 2, 3, and 4. It gives Brad Stevens tremendous roster versatility.
Well, his offense should come with a warning label, caution, flammable. He's connecting on everything. The D looks dumbfounded.
Now here's Randall. He dishes it to Lee. Noah the screen. Lee kicks to Anthony. And there's a minute 45 left in the first quarter. Hayward with some nice D.
Yeah, his shot just doesn't seem to be synced up right now. Here's hoping he finds it soon, because his team is really going to need that production tonight.
Now here's Hayward. He has 6. This one for 3. Shot clock reset for the Celtics. Knicks trail by 8. Swiped it away. Brown against Anthony. Here's Tatum. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Irving kicks to Brown. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. New York's gone 1 of 5 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by. Now the pass to Randall. Now the dish to O'Quinn. Some nice passing by New York here. Lee outside. Rebounded by the Celtics. 40 seconds left in the first quarter. Here's Tatum, and he uses the glass on the layup.
And I like the fact that Tatum has not abandoned the inside game. Solid at finding space around the rim to score.
Now here's Randall. Outside Anthony. He feeds it to Randall. Lee outside. And O'Quinn kicks to Anthony. Shot clock at 3. New York needs to get off a shot. New York, no good that time either. Hayward outside. And released it in time, but it's off the mark. What a performance for Kyrie Irving. He has been the story for Boston. That quarter had to take a lot out of him. He racked up 12 points. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And welcome back. It's been all one-sided so far through the first quarter as our second quarter gets underway. Here's Lee. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. On the court for the Celtics. Second quarter underway. Rozier's out there with Tatum. Then it's Aaron Baines. Then there's Brown. And it's Yabusele in at the 4 spot. Watch Kyle O'Quinn play, and you see a player who's a solid option off the bench.
Well, at a Norfolk State, Kyle O'Quinn has the kind of size that you would want for that position. I'm not sure necessarily about a skill set as a stretch 4 out there, but he brings great energy, a nose for rebounding, and comes in and gives you consistent effort.
And that one falls for O'Quinn.
And over time, O'Quinn has carved out a nice role for himself, a capable and bruising big.
And so O'Quinn nails both of them. Brent, so many heady players, tough players, eventually become coaches. We've seen it time and again. And what kind of situation would it take, for instance, for you to get involved with that, either on the floor, on the bench, or in the front office?
I'll tell you right now, Kevin, I'm so thankful for my local YMCA because I've coached the 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th grade teams for the last few years.
Good for you.
I'm not getting paid for it, but I think I'm learning more there than I would in the league.
But you enjoy it.
I do enjoy it, and Kevin, I think basketball's been such a big part of my life that at some point I will love the opportunity to be involved with one of the 30 teams in the league in some capacity.
They'd be lucky to get you. And that one misses. Good on the second free throw. And one strength, Greg, that this Knicks team has enjoyed the last couple of years has been their ability to win the rebounding game.
And that's back-to-back seasons, Kevin, in the top 10 for rebounding in terms of the Knicks. And it was something they wanted to improve upon starting a few years ago. They've changed their rebounding trouble into a big asset moving forward.
Clock at 4. Here's Randall. Off the mark and a bad shot there.
And they continue to control the glass.
And we've played through the first minute here in the second. Passes it to Yabusele. Up again, controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Celtics lead by 11.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Baker kicks it to Noah. Lee outside. Pass to Baker. The feed to Randall. They set the screen. Lee outside. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Lee's got himself on the board with 3 there.
He's got no problem shooting off the pass, trusting his teammates will get it to him.
Pass to Yabusele. The screen from Brown. Kicks it to Tatum. The Celtics need to get a shot off. Baines tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Randall kicks to Lee. Dishes it to O'Quinn. New York moving it around. Kick by O'Quinn. Feeds to Randall. He kicks it to O'Quinn. That one doesn't go. So the Celtics will take it the other way. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter.
And that's foul number 2. And maybe you don't sit him at this point, but you really have to be careful to not pick up another before half.
The Knicks making a switch here. Anthony's checked in, and then for Boston. Hayward comes in for Yabusele, and it's Kyrie Irving in for Terry Rozier. Tatum with it. There's a good screen. He dishes it to Baines. Shot clock at 6. Baseline jumper. Tries again. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And the Knicks decide to take their first time out here.
And the Celtics trade for Kyrie Irving, sending shockwaves back in August. Never before had a pair of 25-point-per-game scorers swap teams in the offseason. That's what you call a blockbuster.
Randall dishes to Anthony. O'Quinn, the pass to Anthony. He feeds it to Randall. Lee kicks it to Noah. Outside Anthony. Beyond the arc. No good on that one. Now the Celtics take it the other way.
And no doubt Irving and IT, both elite offensive weapons. But Irving, 6 inches taller, perhaps more defensive upside, and 3 years younger. The Celtics feel he fits their timeline.
Noah with a screen on Irving. Here's Randall. Kyrie Irving grabs the miss.
And defensively moving his feet there, staying right on top of the shooter.
Some defenses are okay with giving up the mid-range shot. In this case, they contested.
And Gordon Hayward has increased his scoring average every season he's been in the league, and couple that last year also a career high in offensive efficiency. The guy is just a budding superstar.
The free throw drops by Hayward. And Gordon Hayward has worked on his strength, but also his balance, adding boxing, Greg, as you were talking about, to his off-season training.
Yeah, great point. I mean, the strength, the balance, and footwork make him a great slasher. This guy gets in the lane and just has a knack for working himself to the foul line.
Hayward hits them both. Right, you played all 4 years in college after redshirting your freshman season. What kind of advantage, as you look back on that, do you think it gave you, if any, in preparing for the pressures and the style of the NBA?
I don't know so much, Kevin, if it gave me an advantage with regards to the pressures of the league, but certainly with regards to the physicality of the league, it's something that I desperately needed. Just a late developer, a late bloomer. I think I was about 175 pounds when I went off to college. Not a preferential playing weight for the NBA. So I needed that year just in terms of the maturity of what I needed physically.
Excellent use of the screen that time. Smart's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Knicks trail by 15. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Picked by Lee. Randall with the ball. He's picked up by Irving. They set the pick. Lee dishes to CARMELO. Over Brown. Tried to bank it in, but he misses.
Yeah, this has been a night where you could look at his shooting and his performance, and it's affected the team. That's the bottom line.
Now Irving, 12 points for him. Lets it go from 11, and the rebound goes to the Knicks. Gomez has got his 4th rebound in this one. Inside, here's Randall, and he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
Not sure you can ask for a better look. He can make those shots while sleeping.
In the corner, Smart with it. Off target from outside.
Man, that's a clean shot, too. You got to sink those. He must be disappointed that he blew that chance.
The dish now to Randall, and stolen by Kyrie Irving. Drops in the breakaway layup. Irving's got 14 points.
Kyrie, such a blur in the open court, leaks out so quickly and then gets to the right spot in transition.
New York calls timeout.
And looking at the career of Courtney Lee, has hopped around from team to team a bunch of times and always a valued teammate, but just hadn't stayed on one team for very long.
Hardaway's checked in for Lee. Marcus Morris is checked in for Boston. Porzingis passes to Anthony. Over Hayward. Anthony can't hit. Celtics leading by 15. And here's Smart. The pass to Irving. And the foul called on Porzingis. That's foul number 2 for him.
And now only 1 away from being in the penalty.
Now here's Smart. Morris a screen. Irving with a clean look. Good, and Smart gets the assist. 17 points for Kyrie Irving.
With this lead, they're playing confidently, showing a quick trigger from beyond.
Here's Anthony. Rebounded by the Celtics. Baines has got 4 rebounds now tonight.
Yeah, tough with his shot so far off right now. They're going to have to tap someone else to step up until he finds it.
It's stolen by Randall. And here's the fast break. Randall leading it all the way. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's going to be on Kyrie Irving. New York shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight.
Taking 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
That free throw good from Randall. And what was a wild ride of an offseason for the Knicks ultimately results in a regime change.
Yeah, I mean, players butting heads with executives, and when it came down to it, things just needed to change. If the Knicks picked the Zen Master over Porzingis, fans might have rioted in New York City, and hopefully the franchise can kind of start to right the ship.
He doesn't get the second one. And Brent, you went up against Hornacek as a player and even defended him a couple times. What was it like playing against Hornacek, the player?
Well, I want you to ask Jeff Hornacek if I defended him, because I thought I did a good job, and sometimes the box score didn't reveal it. But what a tremendous shooter, a great off-ball mover, certainly in that system with John Stockton. And if there was any room, Kevin, that I gave Jeff Hornacek, and trust me, there was plenty of times I did that, he was knocking down jump shots. One of the most efficient players in Jazz history.
Here's Irving. He's got 17. Hayward kicks to Irving. Irving double team to the left wing. They get the rebound. Morris. Great D that time from Hardaway. Knicks trail by 15. Outside Anthony. Pass to Randall. Trying to find Porzingis. Gets it to him. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
No doubt disappointed with that one. He'd love to have that one back.
Yeah, I'd put that play on repeat. The setup was perfect. Just need a better result next time.
Irving drives in. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
Kyrie Irving, one of the quickest players in the game, so he's outstanding at forcing the issue when he wants on the drive.
You know, so many people were surprised at the Kyrie Irving trade, but throughout the decades, Boston's been unafraid to pull the trigger. I mean, they moved up to number 2 to draft the great Bill Russell, moving back to number 3 to draft McHale, add Parrish, assembling the big 3 for a championship, then dismantling that big 3 for all those unprotected picks. This is an organization that stops at nothing to try and win titles.
Ntilikina, he's checked in for Randall. Both free throws good from Kyrie Irving.
And, you know, thinking about Kyrie's legacy here in Boston, this is a town that cares only about championships. That's how his contribution is going to be measured. And only time will tell if he can walk in the shoes of the greatest players to ever put on a Celtics uniform.
He seems to be forcing just a little bit out there. He needs to play a little calmer, a little smarter, with a little bit more poise if they're going to win this one.
He's made all 6 of his tries at the line so far.
And he has been really good here at the free throw line in the first half.
Shooting 2, gentlemen.
The first free throw is good. He's perfect from the line this time. And so it's New York with it, trailing by 19. New York calls timeout.
And starting to send guys to the line way more than they need to. Let's get some good position defense going here. That should be the emphasis, and get away from the sloppy fouls.
On defense, Boston. Here's Ntilikina. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Anthony in the corner. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Hardaway.
Well, 1 make and 6 attempts. I think it's fair to say he's had a rough start to this quarter.
Irving kicks to Horford. Outside Irving. Shoots. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. Irving's got 11 points in the quarter.
Wow, that's a pretty thing to watch right there. Even with the D on him, Kyrie cleanly gets off that look.
Here's Anthony. Anthony missing again.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
Picked by Horford. On the wing, Irving. 23 points in the game.
And something we always talk about, though, shot selection.
Well, being aggressive is one thing, but aggression with control is another, and you need both elements working together.
Hardaway for 3. Rebounded by the Celtics. Irving with it. Picked by Horford. Irving kicks to Hayward. And a miss there on the triple.
And lots of credit for the team around him. They're picking up the slack here tonight. He just can't buy a bucket right now.
The 11-footer. Again, the miss by Anthony.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor.
Hayward outside. Now, here is Irving. Guarded closely. And Hayward gets it to go.
And the way Irving scores, that's what you're thinking defensively. Then he beats you with a pass.
Knicks trail by 20. Pass to Porzingis. Now Hernan Gomez. Pass to Ntilikina. 6 to shoot. A shot by Anthony. Nobody around. And again, it's the Knicks missing. Here's Smart. And that one hits back iron.
He can't make a thing out there right now, guys. If he keeps this up, don't be surprised if his team gives up this lead.
Here's Ntilikina. He's covered by Irving. Anthony on the wing. Over Irving. Shot's good by Anthony. Anthony's got 9 points.
And right now, I don't think he could hit a barn the way he shot this quarter. How about 2 of 10?
Horford sets a screen for Irving. Doesn't go that time. And New York the other way now.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Celtics leading by 18. 27 seconds left in the first half. Too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation. This will be his 5th trip to the free throw line.
One shot, mind the lanes.
That's good from Irving. Anthony against Hayward. Good work defensively by Anthony. There's the pass to Porzingis. Here's Anthony. No good, trying to beat the buzzer. And so it's Boston with a 19-point advantage heading into the next quarter. Defensively, they have gotten after it, contesting every shot going up. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by. Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime
Hello again,
Show.
everybody. Ernie Johnson here, along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Time to check out the first half of action. What a game it's been for Kyrie Irving. He ended up with 24 points, 3 steals, and 3 rebounds. After a subpar performance in their previous contest, he has come on strong tonight. His first half, sensational. Kenny, what's your take on Boston so far?
Well, I really like how many times they got to the free throw line. They've taken the direct method, attacking the basket, not settling for jump shots. That's gotten them some really good looks and a lot of points from the line. Staying aggressive in the second half is key.
And Shaq, what are your thoughts on New York?
Well, you live by the 3 and you die by the 3. And today, they're dying. And as cold as they've been behind the arc, they keep firing from deep. What are you doing? I know they got a lot of ground to make up, but they can't continue with this game plan. Not working.
That about wraps it up. Time now for the second half of the game. We go to Kevin Harlan for the call.
The incredible view of One World Trade Center rising high above New York City. Welcome back, everyone. Well, we're getting back to the action now. It's been a one-team show so far. We'll see if that changes here in the third. You look at Kyrie Irving in this game, he has been everywhere.
And how disruptive was he in that?
Knicks trail by 19. Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. And New York, looking at who they've got. Melo and Porzingis are the duo at forward. Ntilikina out there with Hardaway. And it's Hernan Gomez in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Irving drives in. Hernan Gomez grabs the miss. Hernan Gomez has got his 8th rebound here tonight.
Here's a little research I did, Kevin, on one Willie Hernan Gomez. He played for Real Madrid, and one of the better post prospects in the Spanish league. If you get a chance to watch his footwork down low, you could learn a few new dance moves.
A shot by Hayward, wide open, and they will call over the back on the play.
And that's just all about positioning. He gets boxed out, can't fight around it, and gets the over-the-back call.
Guys get excited about making something happen, but that was just a loss of composure right there. You can't go through the guy.
Outside Anthony. Second half just getting started. About a minute played. Fouled in the act of shooting. A three-point play chance coming up.
That's a time where coaches are telling you wrap up the offensive player. Hard to do with Carmelo Anthony, so strong when going to the rim.
The Knicks have been coming through at the charity stripe. They've made 7 of their 8 attempts.
And look back a season ago. They did a solid job at the line, about 79% of their free throws.
One shot. One shot.
That free throw good from Anthony.
Well, Melo undoubtedly still the leader of this team in terms of when they need to calm it down and they need some offense. He's the guy they're going to look to score it.
Picked by Horford. Irving dishes to Morris. It's stolen by Hernan Gomez. Anthony against Hayward. Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark. Fires from the wing. Misses off the right iron.
They look frustrated. 0 for 3. Not how you want to start the third quarter.
Here's Ntilikina. Covered by Irving. Now the feed to Carmelo. To the paint. Up off the screen. Shots good by Hernan Gomez.
This is where Willie does his best work. As I say, Kevin, he's really good inside.
That's right, Brent.
And very little fight put up by the defense as he made his way to the bucket for the jam.
They did seem to take the cautious approach, Greg, when it came to defending that one. You're right.
When you're playing from behind, you cannot let your opponent have things that are that easy. And that was easy.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
That free throw good from Morris. Knicks trail by 15. Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. To the inside. Pass to Ntilikina. There's the screen. 6 on the shot clock. Porzingis with the ball. And it's Horford picking him up. Out of bounds. Boston takes possession. Boston leading by 15. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Picked by Horford. Now here is Irving. Guarded closely. And it's Horford with the extra effort. And the Celtics lead by 17.
Well, the defense didn't put a body on Horford, and he makes them pay dearly with that putback slam.
Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over.
Yeah, it looked like they tried to shoot their way out of the slump, and that didn't work. They got to go back and regroup.
Well, no matter how hard it's been, you want to stay positive, stay focused, and maybe a couple shots will get you right back in it.
The Knicks have gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter, 50% from the field. Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. Anthony against Hayward. And he overshot that one, missing. For Boston, they've gone 2 of 6 from the field here in the third. And the shot goes down. Hayward's got 12 points in the game.
And he can smell blood in the water. Excellent finish.
Yeah, when your opponent's down and frustrated, this is when you can turn it up.
Oh, and how about squeezing the orange as tight as he could there before the stuff?
Yeah, no way he's going to lose that thing on the way up. Here's Irving. They get it back. And it's Horford with the extra effort.
Oh, big time put back there. What a great motor on this guy.
There is no one who goes after those rebounds harder. Here's Ntilikina. He's covered by Irving. Kicks it to Hardaway. Here's the screen. Dishes it to Carmelo. Just 5 to shoot. Over Hayward. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. 16 points for Carmelo Anthony.
And this quarter has been all about him. You feel every shot he's going to take is going in.
Outside Irving. Picked by Horford. Here's Morris. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's on Porzingis.
Such a versatile offensive threat. Morris draws his fair share of fouls.
3 trips to the line so far for him in this one.
Two shots.
The first one falls. And Morris drops them both. Knicks trail by 19. Here's Ntilikina looking for his first basket still in this one. Hayward goes in. Porzingis with the block. And the officials now calling the shooting foul. He got a lot of ball on the block, but also got the body. So some free throws coming up right now.
Two shots.
And that one falls for Horford.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
So Horford gets 2. Knicks trail by 21. Here's Ntilikina. Anthony left side. Outside, Porzingis. And it's Kyrie Irving with the rebound. Irving's got 4 rebounds in this game. Top of the key jumper, no good.
Yeah, bad shot there. Trust is lacking. You got to be willing to make the extra pass.
Yep, just too anxious to try and make something happen out there. This is about the team, not about you.
And it's Anthony with the jam.
Melo getting up and slamming one home.
Celtics leading by 19. Smart passes to Morris. Hayward outside. It's tipped. Now Anthony, 18 points for him. Here's Ntilikina. Back to Anthony. Hayward with some nice D. The Celtics shooting just 33% in the second half so far. They need to look at more high-quality shots. Irving kicks to Hayward. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Irving's got 5 assists in the game. Knicks trail by 21. And at 6'4", 220, Marcus Smart with terrific strength for a combo guard, Greg.
Yeah, I mean, he can just flat out bully most guards and even hold his own against the bigs. Beyond, though, that physical stature, it's his mentality that makes him special. He's a fire breather, just the type of player the Celtics look for.
Anthony against Hayward. Here's Ntilikina. The rebound by the Celtics. Morris has got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Hayward dishes to Smart. And Horford wide open. He shoots. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. Horford's got 8 points in the quarter.
Right now they're winning because of him. Love the shots that he's taking, and he's got the green light.
Anthony with the screen on Hayward. They set the screen. Porzingis kicks to Anthony. Over Irving. Anthony can't hit. The Celtics on offense. They're on a 19-6 run. Down low. Here's Horford. Again, the miss by Horford. The Knicks have gone 6 of 14 since halftime. A little cold from the field. Outside Hardaway. And here's Porzingis. He's got 9. Clock at 6. Anthony down low. Defended by Hayward. And that one's good, Anthony.
This is a guy whose mindset just never changes. See, even when they're losing, he's always going to be aggressive.
And now the first timeout called here for Boston. So New York ends up going with the new group. The Celtics also changing it up. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Horford. Brown comes in for Morris, and it's Tatum in for Smart. They set the pick. Irving kicks to Baines. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Baines has got 5 points so far.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Lee against Hayward. Lee kicks to Baker. Feeds it to Randall. And stolen by Tatum. Outside Irving. His three-pointers off the mark.
Well, the D looks like they're laying off just a little bit. He made 1 3 in the first half, but they're still daring him to shoot, and he can't make them pay for it.
Randall kicks to Lee. Noah, the pass to Baker. Noah, the screen, off the screen. Hits the front of the rim and out. Celtics shooting under 40% all in all for the game. Back to Irving. Irving double team. Here's Baines. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. Baines has got 4 points now in the quarter. The Knicks have gone 7 for 16 in the second half from the field, shooting a bit under 50%. Lee against Hayward. Lee kicks to Randall. Kick by Randall. There's Lee with the 3. Knocks down the 3 ball. He's got 6.
That's still something that Noah does very well. Seeing the floor, keeping his head up. Play with your head on a swivel. Noah does that.
Irving drives in over Randall. No good from Irving. New York's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. It's stolen by Brown. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
And Brown is a guy who is constantly seeking contact. Defenders have to be more cautious around him.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
At the line for 2.
Shooting 2.
First free throw is good.
And the vertical that Brown has is pretty impressive, as relentless a finisher as you'll find in our league.
Hernan Gomez is checked in for New York. The Celtics also with a sub. Rozier, he's checked in for Kyrie Irving. So he picks up just 1 from the line that time. New York shooting 31%, not looking sharp offensively to say the least. Here's O'Quinn. It's deflected. Okay, time now for an injury report. Now let's get an injury update on Carmelo Anthony from our David Aldridge. David?
Hey guys, the head athletic trainer for the Knicks gave us some information. And the news is pretty good. It does not look like a severe injury.
Appreciate that, DA. Well, it's never easy for a player to go through what he's experiencing, Greg, right now.
But it is something that happens to almost every player. He's strong enough mentally to get through it. This we know.
Yeah, sometimes off the court you work harder than you do preparing for a regular game. He'll get himself ready to go. Look forward to when he gets back on the court.
.151 left to play here in the third. Passes it to Baker. Noah kicks to Lee. Noah the screen. Four on the clock. Pass to Baker. Shoots a 3. And Rozier pulls it down. The Celtics shooting 48% from the field as a team in this third quarter. Brown right side. Over Baker. Again, the miss by the Celtics. New York's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. There's the dish to O'Quinn. Noah in the post. Baines is there. Noah's shot is off. And for the Celtics, they're shooting not great, 40% for the game. Here's Brown, and yep, that's going to be a flagrant foul. Unnecessary contact.
Boy, a very hard foul that time, and the officials had to slap him with the flagrant. I mean, you can't let him get away with that kind of contact.
Yeah, gee, that's an easy call for the officials to make when there's that much contact. The league is really cracking down on those sort of plays. That free throw good from Brown. Both good from the line that time.
Flagrant 1, 2 shots.
There's 47 seconds left to play in the third. Stolen by Noah. Courtney Lee is on the wing. He has 6. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact and he'll shoot 2. And Courtney Lee, one of the more reliable pros in the NBA.
That might not sound like a lot, Kevin, but coaches are always looking for consistency, things they can rely on from any given player, and Courtney Lee has done that. A 2-guard that can defend, can knock down some threes, and isn't going to get outside of himself all that often.
And the first one at the line is good.
It feels like Courtney Lee, wherever he goes, he fits in and he finds a way to play a lot of important minutes for the team he's on.
And both free throws good for Lee. 36 seconds left to play in the third. Here's Rozier. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. Here's Brown. They get it again. Yabusele. And he comes up with the deuce.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Now here's Randall. It's stolen. And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. It's the Celtics running away with it. And we're just moments away from the start of the fourth quarter. Stay with us. And meanwhile, Coach Brad Stevens talking to his team.
Hey, defense at the start of the quarter and the end of the quarter has been really good, okay?
And we're getting underway here in the fourth quarter. The scoreboard tells the story in this matchup, but we'll see how much things change up here. And the Celtics shooting not great, 40% for the game. On the court for the Celtics, Tatum teams up with Hayward on the perimeter. Brown out there with Aaron Baines. And it's Rozier in at the one spot.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively.
The pass to Randall. Pass to Baker. Noah with a screen on Hayward. Shot clock at 6. Baker, no good. And so it's Boston with it. Tatum wide open. He fires one. Offline with his 3. New York with the ball. Here's Baker. Over in the corner, Randall. Fourth quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. It's out of bounds. They are saying it was last touch by Lee. Brown outside. There's the pick. Off the pick. And Brown throws it down hard.
And love seeing Brown drop the hammer. Just an amazing dunker who really bashes it in the basket.
Randall kicks it to Noah. Here's Baker. Defended by Hayward. Picked by Randall. Some nice passing by New York here. Just 5 on the clock. Picked by O'Quinn. Lets it go from deep. That's good from Randall on the assist by Lee.
Oh, nice screen. Really a poor defensive reaction and the obvious result.
Yeah, when you fail to get over the top, more than likely that jumper is going to go down.
Rozier kicks to Brown. It's rebounded by New York.
I don't know what happened there. That was an easy 2 points that he just threw away.
And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. That's on Jaylen Brown.
You know, I love how he absorbs the foul and still had a chance to knock that one down.
2 shots.
And he makes the first.
And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
No good on the second free throw. Boston's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Beyond the arc, a nice shot by Tatum.
And Tatum's become a reliable outside shooter. Has a good-looking stroke from deep.
Baker kicks to O'Quinn. He dishes it to Randall. Back to O'Quinn. Picked by O'Quinn. To the left side wing. Baker with the bucket.
Boy, they've been terrific from beyond here in the second.
For Boston, they've gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. There's a good screen. Brown inside. O'Quinn defending. Passes it to Rozier. The three. Not going to go that time. Now the Knicks take it the other way. The feed to Randall. Pass to Baker. He kicks it to Noah. Lee outside. Back to Noah. Just 4 to shoot. Lets it go. Got a piece of it, but he gets it back. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. And New York making a change here. Anthony's checked in. Then for the Celtics, Smart comes in for Tatum. And Irving subbed in for Rozier. Boston's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. Smart with the ball. Hayward outside. Kept alive by Boston. Brown dishes to Smart. He feeds it to Hayward. Good, and Smart gets the assist. 16 points for Gordon Hayward.
And that kind of sums up the defensive effort we've seen here tonight, guys.
Kicks it to Anthony. Dishes to Lee. Noah the screen, and a wide open look for Lee. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls.
He used that screen to perfection and got a wide open look to knock down the jumper.
Now here's Smart, covered by Lee. Irving for 3. That one's not going to go. So New York will take it the other way. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
Joakim Noah has suffered some injuries that have really taken away a lot of his ability to do what it is that he does best, play with boundless energy. So he's still trying to give you hustle and defense. It's just not been as impactful as it was during his time in Chicago.
The first free throw is good. And for Noah, Brent, he was always known for his defense more than his offense.
Well, with that odd shooting form, there isn't really a playbook on how to correct that. But he used to punish sagging defenders from about the college three-point line and still has confidence to step up and take that shot.
Ntilikina, he's checked in for the Knicks. And both free throws good for Lee. Here's Irving. The screen from Brown. Hayward outside. Here's Smart. The Knicks pull it in. Lee outside. Feeds it to CARMELO. Here's Ntilikina. Over Hayward. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim. Anthony's got 13 points here in the second half alone. Outside Irving. With the floater, and it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Yeah, when your point guard is Kyrie Irving and he decides to mix it up on the inside, that helps out your ball club.
shooting 2.
First free throw is good. A different look for New York. Hernangomez is checked in for Noah. Porzingis comes in for Kyle O'Quinn. And Tim Hardaway Jr. subbed in for Courtney Lee. The Celtics also changing it up. Al Horford, he's checked in for Aaron Baines. And Marcus Morris subbed in for Jaylen Brown. And so Irving nails both of them. Here's Ntilikina. Anthony with the screen on Hayward. The dish to Anthony. And Hayward with the block. Inside, Smart. The basket good off the assist from Hayward. And it's 7 points for Marcus Smart.
Always tough to work the closer you get to the basket. Nice job of finding an angle on the pass there.
Outside Anthony. And there's the pass to Porzingis. Back to Anthony. Over Hayward. No good on the shot. A bit long that time.
And that's really a function of the offense not working as it should.
Yeah, maybe lazy play calling or just going through the motions on that possession. This often leads to a bad shot.
Now here's Horford, guarded closely. Fires from 18, and the jumper is good.
Yeah, the first half was really tough, but he's really rounded a corner here and been fantastic shooting the ball here in the second half.
Here's Ntilikina. He's covered by Irving. Outside Hardaway. There's the pick. New York, no good that time either.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Porzingis kicks to Hardaway. Back to Porzingis. Pass to Hardaway. Screen by Porzingis. Trying to get back on track. And Irving pulls it down. Irving's got 5 rebounds tonight. He dishes it to Hayward. Horford sets a screen for Hayward. Back to Irving from past the arc. But they recover it.
And they get it back again. I mean, how many rebounds offensively have they had? Everything's going right for them today.
Anthony left side. Looking to end his cold spell. Here's Hernangomez. Pass to Ntilikina. Shoots a 3. Rebound Boston. Hayward's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Let's go. It's rebounded by New York. Porzingis has got his 5th rebound in this one. Now here is Hardaway. Guarded by Smart. Pass to CARMELO. Out to Hardaway. Over Smart. New York, no good that time either.
Somehow, some way, he couldn't get that one to fall from in between. Got to take advantage of the weak defense when you can.
And on the way from Irving for 3, and it's Horford with the extra effort.
And the reason Horford's scoring the ball at a consistent clip, he's taking the smart shots.
Here's Ntilikina, defended by Hayward. Over in the corner, Porzingis. Pass to Ntilikina. Out of bounds, Boston takes possession.
Yeah, this is where you have to sharpen up your passing. That's a careless turnover.
To the paint, it's stolen by Hernangomez. Hardaway with it. Now defended by Hayward. Hardaway against Hayward. Pass to Ntilikina. The feed to Carmelo. Shot clock at 6. Misses and the dry spell continues.
Yeah, it just seems whatever they do, nothing's working right now to stop the bleeding.
I still think there's a chance. You string a couple of big plays together and the tide can turn very quickly.
Picked by Horford. Smart wide open. He fires. Sinks the three-pointer. Smart's got 5 points in the quarter.
And the reason that he got such a wide open shot was because of the excellent screen and selflessness of Al Horford.
It's Carmelo Anthony on the wing. Over Hayward. And the shot falls short this time.
That's just poor shooting right now from him, and I'm not sure why he's even attempting those kind of shots.
Morris a screen. Hayward kicks to Irving. Pass to Horford.
The defense has to exercise more caution because Horford is pretty steady when it comes to knocking down his free throws. Can't foul him in those situations.
Two shots.
Free throw drops for Al Horford. And he makes both free throws. 1:29 left here in the fourth quarter.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for Boston.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And while there was some nice performances tonight, it definitely ended up being a solid outing for Kyrie Irving.
That unselfishness was on full display here tonight. Did a great job of getting his teammates going.
Horford against Noah. Picked by Randall to the left wing. Shot to stop the run. The offensive rebound. Count it.
Well, Quinn knows he's not going to be playing a ton of minutes in this game, so he's going to throw himself around in every position. Good job on the glass there.
Irving kicks to Morris. Picked by Horford. There's a good screen. Dishes it to Smart. Just 5 on the clock. And it comes off the front of the rim. We've got 22 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Noah, the pass to Baker. Noah with a screen on Irving. Randall kicks it to Noah. Some nice passing by New York here. Feeds it to Lee. Noah the screen, launches it. No good on the shot. And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Kyrie. Nice win tonight. What was your thought process coming into the game?
You know, I was just going out there trying to compete on every play, trying to play as much defense as possible. You know, just sticking to our game plan. We had a game plan going in and we executed.
Got it done at both ends of the floor, Kyrie. Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. For Brett Barry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.